Now that we know what like terms are, what variables, coefficients and constants are, let's learn how to simplify an algebraic expression. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learning Maths with Namita. So in today's video, we'll understand what are the various steps to solve or simplify an algebraic expression. So let us discuss the steps first in brief. So first step that we follow is expand the algebraic expression. It is not a mandatory step. It is performed only when needed. All right. After expanding the algebraic expression, we will identify the like terms which are there in the expression. How to identify the like terms? For this, we have discussed in our previous video. The link is there in the description box. You can go and watch it. After identification of like terms, we will group the like terms. Means we will group them together. We will write them together. Why do we need to do so? Because it makes our next step much easier, which is to combine the like terms. Combining the like terms means we solve the mathematical operations that are there in the expression. Alright, so let's dive into these steps one by one. We'll discuss them in detail. We'll understand by looking at some examples. Alright, so we'll start with the step 1, which is to expand the algebraic expression. Like I mentioned earlier, that it is not a mandatory step. We only expand the algebraic expression only when needed. But how do we know that we need to expand or not? That you will get to know if there are brackets or parentheses in the expression. All right, let me give you some example. So let's suppose we have an expression like this. Okay, this expression has brackets or parentheses in it. Now this 5 will be multiplied by this x first. So 5 multiplied by x. Then 5 will be multiplied by this 3, right? So 5 multiplied by 3. Now we see that there is a plus sign in here, right? So we will put this plus sign here. Now 5 times x is 5x and 5 times 3 is 15. So we had this expression initially, and after expanding we get this. All right, let's have another example. So if we have 14 and we have 2 minus x, all right, again this 14 will be multiplied by 2, right? So 14 multiplied by 2, then there is a minus sign in between, so we will put a minus sign here, and then 14 will be multiplied to x. It gives us 14 times 2 is 28 and 14 times x is 14x, because 14 is a constant and x is a variable, so we cannot get directly a value out of it, but we will write 14x. Okay, so this is how we expand. If there are no brackets or parentheses in the algebraic expression, we directly move to the next step, which is to identify the like terms. Okay, now like I mentioned earlier also, we have covered this topic in detail in our previous video. You can go and watch that video for better understanding. Link is there in the description box. Identify the like terms. All right, so let's write an expression first. Suppose we have 2x plus 5 plus 3x minus 2. All right, how many terms are there in this expression? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now, let's identify the like terms. Like terms have exactly same variable. So here 2x and 3x. These are two like terms, one pair of like terms. And this 5 and 2, these are another pair of like terms. They both are constants, right? So we have identified our like terms here. It brings us to our next step, which is to group the like terms. Okay, grouping the like terms means we write them together at one place. So it just makes our process easier. Okay, so 2x and 3x will be written together. So 2x plus 3x we'll write at one place. 2x plus 3x, and then we will write the constants, which is plus 5 minus 2, right? If you want, you can put brackets or parentheses like this. Okay. Now, coming to our fourth step, which is to combine the like terms. Means we will perform the mathematical operations that are there in the expression. Okay. So we see in the first pair of like term, we have 2x plus 3x. Now while adding or subtracting, I mentioned in our previous video as well that we add or subtract the coefficients only. So 2 plus 3 gives us 5 and constant remain the same. It doesn't change. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5 and x will remain as it is. Now plus 5 minus 2 gives us plus 3. Alright, so this is our simplified expression. Okay, we had this expression and after solving we get this. Okay, I hope you, let me give you some different versions of algebraic expression. So let's suppose we have 7a minus 2a. Okay, now 7a minus 2a, the first step is to expand. There is no need of expanding because there are just two terms, no brackets, no parentheses, right? All right, so we'll skip the step 1. Moving on to step 2, which is identification of like terms. So we see that they both are like terms because they both have exactly the same variable. Step 3 says group them together. They already are grouped together, right? They are written together. So we reach to step 4, which is to combine them. So here we have subtraction. So 7 minus 2 is 5 and the variable is a. So 7a minus 2a is equals to 5a, right? So see, this is such a small one-step solution. All right, so it depends on the what kind of expression you have, how many variables you have, how many terms are there in the algebraic expression. Now let me give you another example. We can have, let's suppose 4m plus 6 plus 3m minus 8 plus 2n minus 3n. Okay, we can have a longer expression like this also. Now step 1 is to expand. No need here to expand, right? Second step is to identify the like terms. So 4m and 3m, they are the like terms. Okay, then 2n, let me use a different color. So 2n and minus 3n, this is another pair of like term. And then we have 6 and 8. Okay, this is another pair of like term. Okay, so we have identified the like terms in this expression. Next we come to grouping. Okay, so we will write them together. So 4m plus 3m, we can put a bracket like this. Then we have 2n minus 3n. Okay, and then we have plus 6 and minus 8. Okay, so grouping is done. Now we will combine them. Means we will perform various mathematical operations. So 4m plus 3m gives us 7m because we add the coefficients only and variable remains the same. So 4 plus 3 is 7 and variable is n. 2 minus 3 gives us minus 1. So it will be minus n. And then plus 6 minus 8 is minus 2. Okay. Now here, if you are confused, let me explain. So when there is no coefficient written in front of before a variable, it is x. It is 1. I'm sorry, not x. Okay. Because 1 multiplied by n is n, right? In the same way, minus 1 multiplied by n is minus n. So we don't write 1 here because 1 when multiplied to any number, any variable, it will give the same number or variable respectively, right? So we solved this expression which had two different variables in it, correct? You always have to keep in mind that if your expression has parentheses or brackets, then only you need to expand, otherwise not. Also, another important thing is that if there are multiple operations involved in an expression, then we always follow the order of operations, okay? Now, order of operations, what is it? We have a specific rule or a specific sequence which needs to be followed when there are multiple mathematical operations are involved in one expression. Okay, so there are different terms used in some curriculums. In some curricula we call it BODMAS. At some places we call it BIDMAS, and in some places we call it PEMDAS. Okay, we will cover this in a separate video. In the next one we are going to learn about it. Okay, so it just tells you that which operation will be performed first and which will be performed later, what will be the sequence of the mathematical operations. All right, do give a thumbs up to this video if you have liked it. Share it with your friends and siblings. Like I always say, keep practicing, have fun and enjoy. Bye bye.